Hi everybody, welcome back to my podcast. Before I start with the topic for today, I would just like to take this moment to say thank you for everybody who's been listening to my podcast and for everybody who's been providing their feedback. And I just want to be thankful for those people who've actually acknowledged the fact that this is something that I'm talking, which is from my perspective, and I'm not really imposing on it on you. So if you feel like I'm talking something targeting at you or trying to indicate some certain things that are not going good in your life, and you feel like you should go about life the way I go about it, I'm not going to say do that, because as I said before, if you would have heard the trailer of my podcast, you would have known that this is something that I'm talking from my perspective of how I see things and how I see life. So it doesn't really need to be imposed on you, because we all have different ways that we see life and we all have different ways that we view it. So I just want to say thank you for everybody who's been listening and who's been really being good audience and giving me awesome feedback and encouraging me to do more. Like, honestly, I just want to thank you, because I've never taken this moment to thank you. And for those who may be wondering who is she, my name is Marikia. I live in Australia and do Munyamulenge. For those who don't know, I am Munyamulenge, and yeah, so just want to say thank you. And I just want to encourage you, if you're listening to this, if there's something that you're taking out of it, because I'm not going to say this should completely change your life from zero to something, because I don't have that power to do that. But if there's something that you're picking out from this thing and you feel like somebody else should be able to hear it, or somebody around you wish they could just get something out of it, please feel free to share it. I would really appreciate it, because that way you're able to pass on something good to someone else who might need it. You never know what a person needs within a moment, so you never know. You sharing something on how I see life, and then you listening to it and how you see whatever I talked about it, how it can impact someone else's life. So like two perspectives put together can change someone, and they can actually give them something positive when they were going through a tough time. So feel free to share these podcasts when you listen to them, and I would really appreciate it once again. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot by saying thank you and by saying that I appreciate it, because you already know that. But anyways, let's just jump to the topic for today, which is really kind of simple and just an encouragement and just a way of motivating people. We know that life is full of ups and downs, like for real. Let's face it. And it's like life is so unexpected. We might be going through something and we're so happy, and then we feel like we have everything now. It's like finally you sit down and you be like, oh my god, thank God I got everything sorted out. And you might have been going through a tough time in the past few days, and then you just felt like you can give up on everything. You just felt like, oh my god, why is this happening to me? And then all of a sudden things get good, they start getting better, and then you feel like oh thank God, I'm past that phase now, I'm past that stage, and now I can just relax my mind and just be happy, because there's nothing to stress me anymore. And then boom, something happens. It's like you haven't even had time to breathe yet, and then all of a sudden something new comes, and then you just feel like you should blame it on somebody. It's like you should just blame other people for the unexpectation of life and for the stuff that are going on. But I just want to say the only thing we can blame is life, because life has been just destined to be like that. It's like there's no way we can ever sit and think that things are always going to be good. And I feel like a lot of people are not willing to accept the fact that things can't always be good, things can't always be perfect whenever we want them to be perfect. They can be perfect for a moment, for a minute, and then you never know what happens. So if you're gonna sit and not think that life is gonna always throw shades at you, it's gonna always throw some rocks at you, You need to stop thinking that, because if you're not prepared to understand that point, or to understand the fact that life is always going to throw something at you, you're never going to be ready to be able to tackle whatever comes your way. I just want to encourage you to look at life in the way that you're ready for anything that comes your way. You should always be on standby. You should always be prepared for whatever comes. Don't just sit and feel like, okay, I got this thing figured out, as if it's never going to be unfigured. I don't know if that's a word, but it's always going to be like that. So it's just an encouragement. If life is going good, that's awesome, I appreciate it. But also, if life is going bad, that's also not awesome, but I appreciate it. Okay, I'm not gonna say if life is going bad it's awesome, but it's not awesome. But just appreciate the fact that you're going through that phase, because once you go past it, you will never go through it again. Because even if you was to come back, at least now you have experience, you have a way that you're gonna go about it. You've experienced it, which has allowed you to be aware of how to go about it next time that it comes, which means it's never gonna come again. So I'm not gonna say that it's not gonna come again, like it won't come. It will come, but when it comes, it's gonna be something different. It's gonna be something that you're already prepared for, because you've already gone through it. But you need to sit down and think that life can't always throw something at you. It's something that just weakens you, and it's something that makes you naive, because if you're naive, then you're more easily to be heartbroken, and you're more easily to see life in a negative way, because you're never prepared. I'm just gonna encourage people to always be prepared for what life throws at you, because I've come to notice that usually when we don't accept and we don't allow ourselves to explore what negative stuff can come into our life, and think that life can't always be perfect, that's when we find ourselves being so heartbroken, and we find ourselves being so stressed, and we find ourselves being so insecure. But if you always have this mindset of the fact that, you know what, anytime something can happen, and if it happens, how would I go about it? I feel like life should always be something that you have possibilities for. It's like it's a 50-50 chance of anything happening. It's a 50-50 chance of something good or something bad happening. So just having that in mind can really help you to know how to go about things. And it's not just about life in general. It's even how you handle relationships. It's even how you handle your businesses. It's how you handle, God knows what you can handle out of that. But if you always look at things in two possibilities, like in many possibilities, it can go south, it can go north, it can go east, it can go west, I don't know any other campuses direction that exists. But if you just look at it that way, then you're always ready for whatever life throws at you. You're always going to be like, you know what, I know this was coming. It's not like I was living in a fairy tale. Honestly, nobody lives in a fairy tale. There's no fairy tale. That's just in the movies. Even the movies have some climax and some bad times in them. But so that's how life is. So if you can just be prepared for whatever the life brings and gives you, trust me, you're always going to be happy. Of course you're going to be happy, but that happiness is going to come with so much baggage in it. Well, if you are able to handle that baggage and you go about it, you persist through it, and you become just consistent with everything that comes, then trust me, you will love life and enjoy it, and people will start thinking that you're crazy, like how you always happy, how you always think things in a positive way, how are you not always heartbroken, how you not you just say, dude, life happens, okay? Don't just say the word life happens when you really don't mean it. Life happens for real. Say it when you mean it. Life happens. What can you do? I can't control what happens in my life, Sometimes we think that we can control what can happen in our lives, but we can't, okay? We're not God that we're going to control whatever's going to happen in our life. Only God can control it. And if He didn't control it for you in that moment, what makes you think you can control it? The only thing you can do is just you're the only one who can know how to go about it, but you can't control it. So you just gotta let it come, and you just gotta be able to understand the way you're gonna go about it, and how that thing is gonna let you how you're gonna define yourself within that moment. Because there's a lot of people who just let that emotion roll over them, and then they don't think while things are happening, they're just gonna go with the emotion. Bro, you can control your emotions. I don't know why people think that you can't control your emotions, but you can. So but don't let people read something out of you, because life happens. And that's what I'm really gonna call this podcast, because life happens, and it's just about how you go about it. And I'm just gonna encourage you, people who don't always see things in a positive way, just have two possibilities. I'm not gonna tell you definitely go with just that positive perspective of life, but just look at it from that angle too, Don't just sit around and think that some people would just sleep and be like, you know what, I'm gonna be a billionaire one day, so I might just well sleep. No, it's not gonna come in your bed, So you gotta just be like, life happens, but I gotta go chase it, Life happens, but I gotta wake up and wipe my teeth and keep pushing, Life happens, they're gone, but they've left me here, so what should I do about it? Life happens. She's dead, he's dead, but God chose me to stay here, to go about life. How am I going to handle myself about it? Because one day we're all going to go. Life happens, all that kind of stuff. Like, life happens, y'all, So just look at things as if life happens a minute. And when you realize life happens, trust me, you will honestly have a better life, because you will always be prepared for whatever life throws at you, for whatever the world throws at you, and for whatever people throw at you, and they will never ever affect you in any other negative ways if you start looking at life as life happens and there's nothing I can do about it. The only thing I can do is just change the way I go about it and how I tackle whatever that comes in my way. So basically, what happens, life happens. So I just want to leave you with that word for the day, and to encourage you that whatever you're doing, and if you're met with something negative on the way, don't just think about the negativity that is in with that thing that just happened to you. Just look at it as in life happens, and there's something better after this negative thing that's happening to me, and you just gotta learn how to figure it, because life happens. So have a good day, guys, and I hope you enjoy this podcast. And once again, thank you for the support. It means a lot.